Ever pondered over the importance of hierarchical clustering in data science? Well, today we dive into this fascinating topic. Hierarchical clustering, a fundamental concept in data science, can be compared to the process of organizing a messy room. Imagine a room filled with different items: books, clothes, toys, and so forth. The first step would be to group similar items together: books with books, clothes with clothes, and toys with toys. This is the first level of hierarchy. Next, these groups can be further divided based on more specific similarities. For instance, books can be sorted into fiction and nonfiction, and so on. This step-by-step organization is a simplified way to understand the concept of hierarchical clustering. Output. Now, let's translate this to data science. Hierarchical clustering is a method of cluster analysis which seeks to build a hierarchy of clusters. It starts by treating each data point as a single cluster and then successively merging or splitting clusters until one large cluster remains. The end result is a tree-based representation of the data, called a dendrogram, which allows data scientists to visualize the data in a simplified format. There are two main types of hierarchical clustering: agglomerative and divisive. Agglomerative, or bottom-up clustering, starts with each data point as a single cluster and merges them to create larger clusters. On the other hand, divisive, or top-down clustering, starts with one large cluster and divides it into smaller clusters. Each of these types has its own advantages and uses. Agglomerative clustering is often used when the structure of the data is unknown, while divisive clustering is used when the data is large and well-structured. To summarize, hierarchical clustering is a step-by-step method of cluster analysis in data science. It starts by treating each data point as a single cluster and then successively merges or splits these clusters based on their similarities or differences. The result is a tree-based representation of the data, which allows data scientists to visualize the data in a simplified format. This method is particularly useful in exploratory data analysis, as it provides a holistic view of the data, highlighting underlying patterns and structures. Agglomerative and divisive are the two main types of hierarchical clustering, each with its own advantages and uses. So, there you have it, a brief introduction to hierarchical clustering in data science. Remember, like organizing a messy room, it's all about grouping similar items together and then breaking those groups down into smaller, more specific categories. A neat, organized, and hierarchical approach to making sense of complex data. Now, isn't that satisfying?